Hello everyone, my name is Alecia and I have been journaling on and off for most of my life, and I've been bullet journaling for the past 5 years, and today I am here to give you 6 reasons why I read the goals that I've written in my journal aloud every day. So this year I've started to take a closer look at what I can do to set goals and actually accomplish them. It is such an incredible feeling when you finish what you set out to do, whether it's graduating from college or learning a new dance. And I decided that I want that feeling more often.
So for several weeks now, I've been reading my 2 goals aloud every day, usually before I go to bed. Reason number 1 is it forces me to look at them at all. I have ADHD, and for me, out of sight means out of mind. Making myself read my goals, not just quickly glancing at them, but actually taking a second to slow down and kind of process what the goals are, helps me tremendously. Putting my goals in the front cover of my journal is a game changer. In the past, I would write my goals on any random page, and then I either have to dig through my journal to find them or mark that page. But now that they're in the front, boom, they're just right there. Also, when I fill up this journal and start a new one, it'll be easier to transfer the goals to the next journal because they're right there and I won't forget about them. The reason number 2 is it helps me remember them. So the best way to describe my memory is selective. And there are certain things that I have to write down in order to remember them at all. Do you know how many times I've written down a list of goals and then 5 minutes later I forgot that they even existed? It takes less than 30 seconds every day to read my goals out loud, which could potentially save me weeks, months, or even years because I won't keep making the same empty promises to myself over and over. Number 3 is it forces me to evaluate them and see if I even still want them anymore. I'm an idea person. I love to think of new ideas. In the past, if I shared with someone else in the moment, that idea sounded perfect to me. But for most ideas, after I say it aloud, it starts to lose its magic. And later when I share a different idea, the other person will come and say, "Wait, I thought you were doing XYZ that you told me about a week ago." And I'll be like, "Oh, I forgot all about that." So then I sound like a flake. So I've done this so many times with my friends and family that now anytime I have a new idea, I give it a little incubation period before I share it. In my journal, sometimes it feels good to get an idea out and write it down. When I take a few seconds to revisit my goals every day, it's like I'm mentally voting for that idea. I'm saying either, yes, that's a great idea and that's something that I still want to do, or no, that idea is dead to me and that is a terrible idea. It feels good to write something like run a marathon is like this faraway bucket list idea. But let's face it, do I really want to put in the work and the training and the shin splints involved in order to run a marathon? No. Reason number 4 is that it forces me to get out my inner attorney. So my goals are a contract that I'm signing with myself. But sometimes there is a part of myself that gravitates whatever is easiest or most comfortable. Sometimes when I create a goal, the language is ambiguous and it makes it easier for me to cheat myself later. A perfect example of this is when I wrote in my journal, make a YouTube video once a week for a year. But what ended up happening is that I would actually make the video, but then I wouldn't publish it so that other people could see it. So then it would just be sitting there. Now I've written publish 1 video per week. So if I see my goal every day, then I can look for little loopholes in the contract where the language isn't crystal clear, and then I can update it to make sure that I am covered in times of weakness or times where I just want to lie in bed and sleep in. Number 5 is that it helps me fine-tune systems that will help me accomplish the goal. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear helped me see that in order to create the life that you want, you have to put systems in place so that you are doing something every day that helps you accomplish your goal. People have been saying this stuff for ages, but this book helped me see how important it is to break large tasks into small, tiny, daily tasks. So you're building habits and you're building a new identity to go with them. Sometimes I have the overall idea in place, but I struggle with execution and I struggle to create a plan to be able to accomplish that goal and keep things going every day. So looking at the goals every day forces me to brainstorm, to think of new ideas and think of new game plans to be able to accomplish that goal. Number 6 is, if a goal is a mouthful to read out loud, it may be that it's too complicated and it needs to be broken up into smaller pieces or completely rewritten altogether. So instead of saying, I want to have this and I want to do this and I want to accomplish this in the next 3 months, maybe just say, I want to do XYZ every day for a year and just leave it at that. Number 7 is that reading your goals out loud makes them feel important and special. There's something so ceremonious about reading your goals aloud. We read silently all day long to ourselves, so don't you think something that is read aloud must be pretty special? Don't you think your goals are special? Number 8 is that reading aloud forces you to be by yourself for a moment. If you live with someone, you probably already cherish your alone time. Just those special secret moments when you're by yourself and you can just be alone with your thoughts. You probably wouldn't want to read aloud in front of other people, especially if you're reading the same thing every day. Number 9 is that it helps me relax and center myself. Whenever I feel scattered or frazzled or I've had a bad day, sitting down to read my goals reminds me that this is just one day of many and that I am still making progress toward my goals. And as long as I keep moving forward and keep my dreams in the front of my mind always, then I'll be okay. My dreams are my North Star. And there you have it. Those are my 9 reasons why I like to read my goals out loud. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.